grown fast across the UK, and on this episode of Inside Scoop, I'm joined by someone who's helped bring padel to a whole new audience.
All these celebrities want to play with me because I play for Great Britain, and then that leads to them doing a video with me, raising money. That then trickles down to the kids and the opportunities they get, so it's a big kind of chain reaction.
Nikhil Mohindra has built a name for himself through coaching, content creation, and growing the game both in the UK and internationally.
I would say the best player would have to be John Terry and his competitiveness, but I would say athleticism is no one's ever going to beat Ronaldo.
We talk about his journey so far, the rise of padel content, and what he thinks British padel still needs to improve.
There's only a handful of clubs with good coaching, but I think there's still a massive way to go.
I'm Jeevan Gill. Welcome to Inside Scoop. Hi, Nikhil.
Hey Jeevan, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining me. You beat me to it for saying it. I'm just going to dive straight in. Thanks. I'd love for you to start by sharing with how you got into padel, when you first picked up a racket, when you even heard about the sport. So can we go back and, what year did you discover padel?
Of course. So I actually found padel when it first came to David Lloyd Chigwell around 2011, 2012. And I was like, what is this rubbish? I was like, I'm at school, I'm playing football, I enjoy football. And then I'm quite a severe asthmatic. So I was like, well, this is tough. Every time, obviously, football's contact, they would hit me and I'd be out of breath. It's like, oof. Anyway, fast forward to about 16 years old, I obviously do all my GCSEs. First year of A-levels, I go 17 years old, and then I leave school due to family circumstances and to run the family business. So the family business was Asian clothing, South Asian clothing, and I was like, I don't think this is for me. Getting in the office, just sitting at a desk. I've always been super sporty, but every day I'd go to David Lloyd's to go and play table tennis or badminton or a little bit of tennis. And I was like, I'll give padel a go. And I'm not a very strong sort of player, so that's why padel suits me, because padel, of course, you don't have to be tall, short, anything, and you can be a good player. So started playing every single day, really competitive. I was very emotional, biggest sore loser, I think, ever.
Really?
I always used to shout to my partners and everything. I feel bad for my first few partners. But played quite a bit and started playing domestic tournaments. At that time, it was called British Padel. And luckily just started playing lots and lots, and got high up the rankings, and then inevitably got chosen for GB. I guess
in that time, like from 2011 to now, that's been what sort of time frame was it until you sort of broke out playing at sort of elite level?
So I'd say I started playing properly in 2017, so I was 17, and then I played for Great Britain when I was 20.
Yeah.
So those 3 years working in the family business also gave me a lot of flexibility.
Yeah.
To training before and after in the socials. I'd play with whoever was free, whether it be a lady in her 80s, honestly, or a young boy just wanting to hit balls.
Oh, so I love that.
I was just like wanted to play, and I think that's also what's also given me a lot of opportunity in padel is. I'm so open to playing with everybody, and then those connections come different ways. But I'd say it took me about 3 years of every single day just doing the same thing to achieve some sort of good level that I have.
And like you mentioned, obviously you play for the GB team. So for someone who, might not understand what that means, what does that look like? Like, do you have to do trials? Do you all train together as a team? Like, what does it mean to be part of the official GB padel team?
Sure. So since it's been adopted as an official sport under the LTA, it's definitely become more professional. We have team training sessions. We have everything covered in terms of flights and accommodation when we go to these European and World Championships. So there are trials every time before the team gets selected. The GB squad, which is about 15 players, which is whittled down obviously from the hundreds and thousands of players that play, and then 8 get selected. So fortunately, I've been part of the 8 for the last 6 years or so.
Oh, wow.
And that is the best feeling, when you go away with your best mates. I think we're in a very fortunate space where it's not like football, where you have one of your players living in Germany and Dubai or wherever. We're all such close friends, so it's literally the best week. It's like you're going away on a friend's party, but because none of us really like going out too much, so we're all there to train and be there and compete, so we're all like really close knit. So it's honestly the best week of the year.
I love that, because it's really nice to sort of understand the other side of it and what it's really like
100%.
than just sort of what you see put out there on social media. Like, who is your paddle partner in the squad?
So I've had many partners, because obviously people dip in, dip out, retire and just stop playing. So my first paddle partner for the GB team was Sandy, the founder of the paddle school. Me and him played very well together.
Yeah.
He was a fantastic mentor for me. Obviously being a bit older than me and having the experience of coaching his brother to junior Wimbledon champion and himself being a high level tennis player. Definitely being by his side for about 4 or 5 years was amazing.
Wow.
But now I've been playing a lot with my best friend Sam Jones, so I've grown up with him, went to the same school, lived on the same road, which is a complete coincidence. But yeah, so we play a lot together now.
I mean, you're not just involved in paddle, are you? You're doing a lot in, I suppose, the paddle space. You've got your foundation, you're an entrepreneur, as you've mentioned, it's just intrinsic in you, and you're an ambassador for a number of companies, and more recently, you're a content creator. So tell me a little bit about sort of how that opportunity came about, and like the setting up of like your YouTube channel and everything.
Sure. Well, firstly, I wouldn't say I'm a content creator yet. I'm trying to build up my following, but that'd be amazing if I could. But yeah, I mean, I've been very fortunate enough to be at the forefront of a sport, and not many people can say that. That's just up and coming. You can't do that in football or tennis, where it's been established for hundreds and if not thousands of years, right? So for me to be a part of something that I can help grow is really unique. Yeah. And the foundation came about because I've been very fortunate to be able to have lessons or play whenever I like. But paddle's super expensive. So there's a lot of people that either come from deprived backgrounds or never had the access to equipment or to play paddle. So I started the Padel Foundation last year, and I wanted to raise money for people who have never had the opportunity. And I was thinking, given my connections in the sport, I have a lot of people who reach out to me with big following to kind of raise awareness for my foundation, thus drawing donations and then giving more money back to the kids and just normal adults who can't play sport. Yeah. So by doing that, we've been able to help the national GB wheelchair team, like local schools, the deaf, the blind, and it's just amazing to be able to give back. And fortunately, I've started this new thing called Carpool Paddle. Yeah. It's called Behind the Glass, where I pick up the celebrity and drive them, talk about how they rose to success, and then we play a paddle match together. Yeah. I mean, it's been insane. I've been able to play with the most famous and the people who I've idolised since I was born. Yeah. Such as playing with Cristiano Ronaldo, the royal family, every footballer, like John Terry, who I've like one of my favourite footballers, so it's insane. And then not only the sports people, but the YouTube people like the Sidemen and Niko Omilana. It's a crazy world right now. I'm very fortunate. Oh,
who's the most talented on court, are you allowed to say?
I would say the best player would have to be John Terry, and his competitiveness. He's real, like his fight and drive is second to none. But I would say athleticism is no one's ever going to beat Ronaldo.
Oh, really?
I spent the week training him. Yeah. And in Dubai, the way he jumps, the way he fights, he looks after himself incredibly well, of course. That's why
highly disciplined.
Yeah, he's one of the best athletes of all time. But yeah, John's the best, but Ronaldo's definitely the most athletic.
Did you learn anything yourself from him that you can apply to your own game?
It's so funny. Well, John sent me a voice note yesterday saying I've become so much more competitive because of John, because John has this amazing ability to be able to go on the court and he doesn't care what's in front of him. His main objective is to win, and it doesn't matter how. Yeah. As soon as he's off the court, it's a different mindset. It's like all like normal, everything, and I've adapted that, and genuinely I think that's what's made me a better player, being exposed to what it takes to be an elite athlete. And even with Cristiano, him telling me little small snippets about advice was just, it's gold dust.
And what impact and responsibility do you feel like you have, because obviously you do have this platform that younger generations or anyone sort of trying to find out about paddle are going to be consuming, and then ultimately, like, because you've got celebrities there as well, you're the people they're going to look to. So do you feel a weight of responsibility, and how do you think using that platform, you can grow the sport.
100%, I feel a responsibility to be able to grow the sport into what it can be, and I feel like I'm very hard on myself if I don't achieve something, whether it be not obtaining my position in the GB team or not meeting our targets for kids played paddle, then it's a wasted opportunity, because I've been given an opportunity to be able to be healthy enough to play the sport, to be in a position where I can give back. So I really, really want to be at the forefront of this, and not even if it's my name, I don't really mind, but to be able to see paddle just explode, because genuinely it's such a fun sport and easy to play. So, and I've been on courts where my dad, who's been through cancer so many times, my mum who's had strokes, I can play with them, and it's like they get so much joy, and that is worth more than putting a GB shirt on or doing everything.
Well, I just love that cross-generational thing. It's the one thing I can do. I've got like teenage sons, and it's the one thing we can do is actually play paddle. I mean, they're still better than me, but yeah, it's like, you know, there's not many other sports that I can participate alongside them. So starting the YouTube channel, was that a deliberate strategy, or like where did the idea come from?
I'm probably the biggest YouTube nerd in the world. From watching it in my computer classes in school, to going to gaming events, begging my mum and dad to drive me to Coventry or up north, anywhere to
Coventry?
Because there used to be a big gaming event called Insomnia, to meet all these YouTubers, and I'm like, oh, I've got to meet them, like, for sure. And I would be there carrying my t-shirt, can you sign this? Can you sign this, please? Oh, it's so embarrassing. I have them all in my room.
Well, you might be meeting them now on a paddle court.
It's crazy, because I go to the awards and I've got like the sidemen coming up to me saying, Nick, how are you? When are you playing paddle? I'm like, wow, this is insane. Then I'm going with Niko. The opportunity for me, Niko's like, for me, the greatest content creator of all time, but he's given me such a great opportunity and to be able to help grow the sport as well. He's absolutely amazing. Like, he's one of my inspirations to be able to create YouTube and do content. So yeah, big thank you to him.
And what was his paddle like?
He's good. He plays a lot. He's determined as well. Like, he's got a similar. He's taller than me, but we've got a similar build. So we find it very hard to get low into places, but he's very talented as well.
Tell me a little bit about your recent episode with Aitch. How was it playing with him?
Really, really cool. I mean, he's a legend of the music industry, and he's the nicest guy. Like, he was so relaxed with me. Obviously, I'm nervous doing this. It's not natural to me. He's performed it in front of tens of thousands of people, so he was helping me so much. But in the car, he was like so open about things, and like the interview was fantastic. Then we played, and he's such a good guy to play with. Really fun, and he loves his paddle. And we got on really well, and he's so inspirational, because obviously he's done a song about his sister who has Down syndrome, and he's a big inspiration, and he's a big supporter of that, and it's so lovely to see that he's so proud of it, and he's like just pushing the awareness out there. So he's a great guy.
In the future, sort of aside from Niko, who you said, you know, who would be your dream guest for future episodes of Behind the Glass?
Well, I think I'm being extremely fortunate to be able to film with some really amazing people.
I know, you've set the bar here now.
So, maybe you?
Oh gosh,
But if we're talking in terms of...
I'll be better at the carpool karaoke bit than the paddle.
That's fine. But I think maybe for me, I think it would have to be Adele.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I'd love for you to get on court with a female. So any female celebrities out there,
for sure. Like, Adele would be my number one. Like, her songs are my favourite, and then she's just, I think she's awesome. That'd be cool to get on.
I'd like to see you play like an elite female tennis player.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
that'd be really cool.
You know,
Emma Raducanu would be cool.
Yeah,
you could definitely get her involved.
And I want to go back to the Padel Foundation. I mean, first you spoke about a target, like a target for like kids playing. Can you share a bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So at the moment we've coached just under 500 kids. So we've the thing we're limited right now is it's me, and I've put all the funding in from myself. So what we want to do is be able to hit schools in every sort of region of the UK. Right now we've only been able to do London schools. So one of our targets is to one day, hopefully, have a school being taught in every kind of county in England and the United Kingdom. So that's one of our long-term targets. But for now, we're trying to arrange reoccurring lessons for kids, because a lot of the things that like initiatives are fantastic, but they're like, okay, kids, come out of school, you're going to have one session and you've had paddle, and we're not going to set up anything else, so that's it. So one thing we're trying to do is we're taking a slower approach where we're targeting the schools, but we're allowing them to keep coming back. So it's a release from whatever they're having troubles with, and they can look forward to every week or 2 weeks, whatever it is. That's a big thing that we want to arrange.
Yeah, and I think because we did some stuff with schools in that last summer we did a campaign. Actually, it was to help out with childcare costs, and we just did free paddle lessons for kids.
Sure.
But when we have spoken to schools, I'm just coming at it from an operator, quite often the challenges that like the cost of like minibuses and stuff.
100%, and getting covered in for the lessons.
Yeah.
So we've had a lot of trouble with that. That's a lot of lessons have been like, sorry, we can't come in because the minibus hire is too high, or the patty lunch, or anything they've got to cover.
Yeah.
So we're starting to subsidise that as well. Once the more donations from the videos come in, so it's all like a domino effect.
Yeah.
So it all kind of stems from my playing level. Like all these celebrities want to play with me because I play for Great Britain, and then that leads to them doing a video with me, raising money. Then that trickles down to the kids and the opportunities they get. So it's a big kind of chain reaction.
Yeah, it's super inspiring. And through playing paddle, you've been quite fortunate to travel a lot and play paddle across many parts of the world, partly with the GB team and partly yourself through sort of ambassador programs. And one of the ambassador programs you're involved in is with Padel India.
Yeah.
How did that connection come about? And what have you noticed are sort of the main differences between the growth there and what's happened here in the UK?
So I got involved with Padel India mainly because of my connection and family business in India, so I was travelling there all the time.
Yeah.
And then someone called Alan Healy, he tagged me in a post on LinkedIn. I was like, oh, this looks quite cool. So he then messaged me, and I was like, oh, wow. He was like, I'll fly you over to Bangalore, and I really want you to get involved with the kids and the school, similar to what the foundation is.
Yeah.
So I flew there, and as soon as I landed, because obviously I've been there loads of times, but once I saw the culture and everything of the sport in Bangalore, I was like, I definitely want to be part of this. The difference within the growth within there and the UK, I think one is the like governing laws. Like it's tough. There, once a sport is officially adopted, then the government makes sure every sports centre has to have one of those courts, which is a big thing. I think that's just being adopted now in the coming years. But there also space sometimes is an option because they don't want to go and put it in the vast farmlands. They want to put it obviously where it's easy accessible.
Yeah.
But I tell you, they have a court there in a park which is open 24 hours. And Alan and I one night at like 10 p.m. were like, should we just see if anyone wants to come and get coached tomorrow morning by you? So he put it out, I think within 14 minutes, there were like 36 people that signed on to it, and it's crazy there. Like the culture in India, when someone's doing well, everyone gets behind it. The big sporters of like, even the Hollywood stars you see, they all have 100 million followers, etc. But yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes there.
Obviously, like you mentioned, like they want to get kids playing there as well. And I think youth adoption is obviously ultimately important for longevity of the sport, but the inclusivity part of that becomes really, really important. So it's obviously a challenge in the UK, and we've talked about that a little bit. How do you think in India, like they're going to, because paddle's so expensive, how are they going to manage that inclusivity piece?
It's difficult because here we have a lot of kind of initiatives, like I said, but there, paddle's so unknown. So I think it needs to be a bit more established there. Tennis, they've got fantastic kind of programs set up for kids of all ages and wherever they come from or any demographic. For me, the main thing is just time. Because as I said, it's so unknown. So once it's got a bit more established and more people get involved, I mean, you've got the celebrities like Hrithik Roshan now, like playing paddle, and once people see that, everyone will want to like get behind it and support it. So I think it's just time. Yeah,
and like, you know, so obviously India, I would say, is probably not quite where the UK is now, but equally you've been able to travel and play paddle in places where it's been established long before us. So what do you think in the UK we could be doing better to sort of reached sort of padel at the level that it is in, say, Spain or South America?
I think it's relatively new here, of course. Once again, time will tell. I think it's going to explode. We're at 1,500 courts now, so I think, for me, I think it can reach surplus 10,000. I mean, there's like 20,000 tennis courts. But I think the one thing we struggle here is the planning. It's so strict, as you know as well, and myself trying to build clubs, they're so pedantic about everything: sustainability, ecological surveys, animal surveys. It's crazy.
And the costs are like this.
Yeah, it's exploded, and that's why the court prices are so high, to recoup that for the businesses. And it actually just trickles down again, like, everyone's like, why are the court prices so high? Well, it's because the planning fees are ridiculously high and the costs. But I think it's a good thing as well, though, because in Sweden they had that massive boom, and perhaps it wasn't regulated as well.
Yeah.
Here, to build a club, you've got to be serious about it, and you've got to have the correct financial backing and know what you're doing. And if you don't, then you won't even get past through the preliminary phases. So I think it's a positive as well, to be honest. But again, I think just time, and we've got a fantastic federation in the LTA, one of the biggest in the world. So it's going slowly, but definitely in the best way.
Yeah, and for someone who's thinking about starting padel today, what would be your advice to them?
Well, playing, if I had to give one tip for playing, is you have to use the back wall as early as you can, because it's alien to some people.
Yes.
Because I see top tennis players come over, and as soon as it tries to go past them, they panic. But if you can learn that from day one, you then immediately have another skill set to the game.
Yeah.
And in terms of business, I'm nowhere near as successful as you are or anything, so I don't feel I'm in the right space to give advice. But I think it's just patience, because we've been building a club for about 5 years now in Surrey. But it's just patience, because you're waiting for this survey to happen, and you try and rush, and then you end up sometimes overbidding for sites, just rushing, and then it might be great now, you might have a fantastic site, but when the prices drop in a few years and everyone starts paying lower rents, etc., you might be stuck there and be paying the high rent and rates and service charges. So I think it's just patience.
I think that's actually really good advice, because the thing with padel is like just this sense of urgency in the space, and or like the gold rush feeling, I don't know, to put that in quotation marks.
No, for sure. I think that's so right.
Because I think everybody has that sense of feeling like, now I must do it now, but that ultimately is its biggest risk factor as well.
100%.
Because of like getting things wrong. And actually, I would say the real battle for operators is when a club opens and you get to go into lots and lots of clubs up and down the UK. So what are some top tips or good advice you can give to people opening padel clubs that they should be thinking about, rather than just assuming that it's just real estate?
Oh, 100%. I think the number one thing, and I don't think there's any good enough in the UK yet, is a coaching program. Because people just think, you're going to charge 100 quid for a court and they'll just keep coming back.
Well, it's like, put the court there, they'll come.
Yeah. But the coaching program is the most important, because it's like an addiction padel, genuinely. Like, the better you get, the more you want to play. But if there's not good enough coaches there, and in Spain there's in abundance, in Dubai they've got amazing coaches, in Portugal, in France, in every country. But here's probably the weakest, but we've got one of the wealthiest countries, and I think investing in the coaching program, it doesn't have to be a star coach either. It doesn't have to be Tapier's coach that you're bringing over for a week. Yeah. It's got to be just teaching the correct way, the correct technique. I see so many videos of people teaching the wrong way, and I'm like, they're doing it for the views quickly. But it's the coaching programs that will draw in inevitably the money in the long run. Yeah. Because if I wasn't taught correctly from a young age, I had a very good coach in someone called Victor Perez, technically amazing. But if I didn't know, I would have stopped playing, to be honest. If I didn't improve, I'd have got so frustrated and I just stopped. But yeah, I think coaching programs for me. Yeah, I mean, I guess they're the one that keeps you inspired and feeds the addiction, as you're putting. So. Yeah, there's only a handful of clubs with good coaching, but I think there's still a massive way to go.
Yeah, and we've already touched on you being an entrepreneur. Like, what other areas in the paddle space do you see sort of business booming and growing, and for people looking to invest in paddle?
Sure. Well, I have no idea about this space, but I've had so many people approach me about the AI kind of tracking, and you're seeing how good you hit the shot or fast or what you can improve on. I think that's going to explode. That's something I have no idea on. But I'd say that's probably the number one thing that's going to blow next. Yeah, 100%. I mean, you've seen it in so many other sectors. But then you see a lot of people opening brands and like clothing companies. But yeah, I'd say the number one next thing to boom is probably the tech side, because it's hard to get into the brand industry. Like Ball Paddle, who I'm with, have been running for 50 years and they know everything to a T. Knox are fantastic. Adidas, obviously a household name.
Yeah.
Babolat, etc. All these guys have been running for years on years, and to build a brand, people genuinely think they'll do it within 6 months. Like, if I could sell 1,000 rackets, it's not that though. It's the trust. It takes, like my family business, we ran for 40 years. We became the most successful Asian clothing brand in the UK and US. And it doesn't happen within 5 years. It happens between 30, 40 years. So yeah, it's like you said, people are rushing into paddle, which is funny to see being here when there were only 30 courts in the UK. But yeah, I think it's positives and negatives from it. And
your family business, like you mentioned it and you touch on it. And do you think like it's those early lessons of like watching your family build something and grow something that has like inspired you and you know, made you do what you're doing now?
100%. My dad, he was born in Iraq and he had to leave it.
I was lucky enough to meet him actually.
Oh yeah. He was at your amazing clubs. Yeah. So he left. He had to leave Iraq because of the war. So he came here at a young age, and he didn't obviously go to school. Just started working. And he grew into like my biggest idol. Like he's my biggest idol for sure. And my mum, super sporty. I think I get the sporty side from my mum. My dad will shout on me for saying that, but definitely get it from my mum. And fortunate enough that every
Shout
day,
out to Nikhil's parents.
But every day she play football with me or hockey, whatever it is. So I definitely get the drive from them. But also, it must be from them, to be honest. And very fortunate to have them.
Yeah. So, what's the best piece of business advice your dad's given you with everything that you're doing now?
He's said to me, obviously, be obviously very wise, but only take advice from people who are in a position that you want to be in. Because even in paddle, so many people who, in my opinion, not at my level, always try to tell me, "Oh mate, I'm going to beat you next year. You're literally, you can't even smash," or things like this. Yeah. I'm like, okay, whatever. And it's similar to the court, to off the court. Like so many people racing to do things, and telling you and giving you the input. It's good to listen, but not to take it on board sometimes. I'd like my dad's advice to listen to only people who are in a position that you want to be in. I think that's very valuable.
That's a great top tip. And I actually, equally with that, is not to rise to the bait.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, because it's hard as well. You know, 100%. when you're getting it. Even I think anything sort of in this space, there is a lot of noise. There's some people that are louder than others, but 100%. You've really got to have tunnel vision and zone in sort of on what your aims and your ambitions are, and stick to them really.
100%.
I mean, I feel really fortunate to be sat here with you, been a pro player, and I guess like one of the nice things I like to ask people, like yourself, is what do you look for in a club? Like, what do you think are like nice facilities to have? What improves a playing experience? Because again, there's a lot of noise around what a paddle club must have right now.
For sure. For me, one of the main things is the people that make it enjoyable to be there.
So community.
100%. Yeah. I think the best club in the UK for me has not spent millions, tens of millions on it. One of them's called Stratford Paddle Club. Yeah. So they have...
It's an OG.
Yeah. I remember opening and closing for them when they had 3 courts, and they just started, and the courts were coming in from Spain, and their community is unbelievable. Like, don't get me wrong, there's 10 other clubs with amazing courts and amazing saunas and this, but if I were to go to a club, it'd be there, because it just feels like home when you're there. Like, all the courts are close together. Like,
Well, it's that Spanish.
Yeah,
it's that Spanish feel. Like when you get to a paddle club in Spain, it's about the courts.
100%.
Courts and food and drink around it.
100%. Every club in Spain where it's €5 to play is it's a lot of fun. I lived there for just under a year, and that improved my level massively living there. But yeah, for the clubs, I would definitely say the community is number one.
And finally, you're doing so much. Do you want to share some of your social media handles so people know where to find you?
Sure. So on Instagram it's just Nikhil.Mohindra, and then on YouTube it's just my name, Nikhil Mohindra. So yeah, that's all really.
Nikhil, thanks for joining me on Inside Scoop. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I've had so much fun.
No, thank you so much.